Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez. I'm back with another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay cast. The map's gonna be Blueshift, and it's been a while since I've cast a PvP, but I'm gonna be in for it this match because spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map in this Protoss versus Protoss, it is Pacomike and his opponent spawning down in the bottom left-hand side of the map. It's gonna be PartinG. So we've got a Protoss versus Protoss with Pacomike and PartinG. Say that 3 times fast. I'm not gonna. So if I make any mistakes in this cast, I hope I'll get a bit of leniency. But anyway, it's a PvP. Now, this is on the North American server, so PartinG gonna be playing against Pacomike, who plays on Dark Society Gaming is his clan, to my knowledge. And he's I'm not sure if he's like a full-on professional, but he's a very high-level Protoss player. Plays in the Copa Team League or Copa Tournament. So basically, he is playing at a higher level and competing at that level. Now, the question is, will he be able to stand up to PartinG? He does like to spend a fair bit of time on the NA server, just bopping people left and right. But Pacomike's gonna do his best to take him on right now, and it's a PvP map on Blueshift, so we are definitely getting that double gateway out of both players. Then there's the differentiation, and yeah, we'll see where the game goes from there, but this is generally how players open up in PvP these days, but nothing else major. So now the question is, what's PartinG gonna do in this match, or what's Pacomike gonna do? I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever watched these two guys play before, but we'll see how they're going to do this time. PartinG coming in with that little bit of probe harassment. Going to mess up that SC, or that probe pathing there. So PartinG is messing up Pacomike's probe pathing in this PvP. Now, Cyber Cores are finishing up, so double Stalker coming out of Pacomike, chrono boosting that out. And then, yeah, we'll see what else he's going to go for. A probe's moving out, so I imagine that's going to be for the pylon and then the Nexus. PartinG, on the other hand, doing the exact same from the look of it. So a mirror PvP so far, and it's going to be interesting to see where these guys differentiate, because in a PvP, that's where you really see a player's skill as they sort of, you know, go head-to-head. As, I mean, they're playing with the exact same tools, and they're just going to try and come out ahead. Now, Pacomike moving out with both of his Stalkers. PartinG is not, so we'll see. Pacomike's actually being the aggressor right now. PartinGs are just coming out, but if they camp at the top of this ramp, they should be fine. But Pacomike actually has a bit of a heads up on PartinG, so he'll be waiting in the bushes. Something's lurking in the dark. PartinG can't see those Stalkers, but an actual nice catch by Pacomike. Now we'll see how these guys are going to micro, but Pacomike actually gets the Stalker. He may be able to save his other one, and it looks like he may just be able to. So a nice pickoff there for the Mexican Protoss player. Very well done by him. I guess just the way the builds worked out is that Pacomike really got his Stalkers out quicker. Maybe he cut a probe or something, so his were a little bit sooner. But now Pacomike's going to go up this ramp, which is a little bit risky, but he does have the extra Stalker. It's currently 3-3. It looks like Pacomike does have a bit more health on one of his, though, and they're trading right now. It looks like that Pacomike is still going to coast off his earlier victory, but earlier victory in the Stalker skirmish, but I mean, PartinG trading relatively evenly, and he does have the defender's advantage, so Pacomike cannot go up here. He may have overstepped a little bit. Looks like he's going to lose one of his Stalkers, and he will. He may actually lose another, which will be huge. He actually trades it out, though, which is very nice, and he may actually get out with his Stalker this time. Now, interestingly enough, Pacomike did cut Stalkers, so this is literally his only unit on the map right now. He's going right into Immortals. I'm personally a fan of this. Immortals are just, they're so good, guys. They're good in pretty much any matchup versus most units. But yeah, Immortals, they're pretty good, really, in the mid-game. So PartinG Stalkers are going to have to turn on home, particularly now that the shield battery's done. He's actually going to take a bruising on one of his Stalkers here. But now PartinG, he also went for a Robo, so both these guys are playing with the Robotics facility, but Pacomike went right for an Immortal, whereas PartinG has gone for a Warp Gate. But I mean, he's really putting the aggression on here. PartinG does like to be an aggressive player, but the Immortal coming up for Pacomike and the shield battery is going to help him out immensely. PartinG will be able to micro and juggle these Stalkers, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to overcome an Immortal, although the Immortal's actually already getting quite bruised. Good pickoff there by PartinG. Just focuses it down to Pacomike warping in more units. He doesn't have another Immortal on the way, so what he has is what he has. Another shield battery does finish up. PartinG Stalkers are getting weak. And Pacomike actually ahead in the workers because PartinG didn't expand behind this. Pacomike really has been playing a macro game, and he may just win out because of that. He really does need to get another Warping out as soon as he can, though. That's very important. There's another Stalker, but with the shield battery, that should be huge. Look at Pacomike will lose his Observer, and now PartinG may actually be going into the main base. He's really trying to pull his opponent out of position. Okay, it looks like that he's starting to work on some of these shield batteries right now. Shield batteries are immensely helpful, but higher Stalker numbers can volley down units, and it looks like Pacomike gonna have to pull the workers once again. He is fine doing this because PartinG is just expanding back at home now, so Pacomike can lose 1 or 2. Another Immortal finishing up is actually gonna help him out a lot as well. Now, we'll see. I mean, PartinG picking off that first Immortal is immensely helpful for him, but Pacomike still may always be able to get something done with this other one. They just put out so much damage versus these Stalkers, but look at this. PartinG playing so cute. He's going for 2 Adepts, and they're going to shade into the main base. Pacomike does have a probe coming up, but is he going to wall? He's not, so the Adepts are going to get into the main base. This is really going to put a hurting on, but Pacomike warps in 2 counter Adepts to help deal with this. Adepts actually really good versus, well, you know, other Adepts, but PartinG's still going to focus fire down some of these probes, so Pacomike taking losses. And back on PartinG's side of the map, he's getting up a Robo Bay. So Pacomike does clean this up, but PartinG, nicely done there. And I mean, Pacomike still has a upgrade lead, but PartinG did get some damage done. So I'd say we're in a relatively even spot since PartinG does have the Robotics Bay on the way. So Pacomike also building up his Robotics Bay, so we may have a PvP Disruptor versus Disruptor game. It's been a while since I've seen one of these, honestly. So this will be exciting to watch, but look at this PartinG trying to be a little bit, or trying to put some more pressure on his opponent. I mean, 2 Adepts, they're not much of a commitment, but they bypass a shield battery just because they deal enough damage. 2 of them with 1 volley focuses down a probe. So here comes in PartinG. He's going to try and get some more damage done. Now, okay, PartinG actually shading into the natural now, gonna get some more damage done. Pacomike was moving out, but he's not gonna find anything, so nice damage done by PartinG. I mean, Pacomike had a bit of a worker lead, but that is now gonna be gone. And the Adepts also going into the main base once again. I mean, if PartinG even gets another worker or 2, every kill he gets at this point is huge for him. Now, Disruptors are on the way on both sides of the map. Pacomike, nice pickup, is going to get PartinG's Warp Prism. He thought it was safe, but Pacomike did scout that, and PartinG not quite babying it enough, but so far these Adepts have gotten so much damage. The 19 probes have died for Pacomike. A good chunk from that early defense when he had to pull him. Another chunk from these Adepts getting massive harassment done. Otherwise, Pacomike would have been in a very good spot. He does find the Observer as well, which is nice for him, but it looks like PartinG's coming in with a vengeance, and now there's going to be 2 Disruptors out versus just the 1 for Pacomike. It's really going to come down to their micro. There also is the 2 Immortals, though, for Pacomike, but Disruptor's out now. He's going to have to peel off these units. He does peel off the 1. He's also got the Observer, too, which is going to give him vision and help tremendously. Now, Pacomike has his own Disruptor, so PartinG's going to have a tough time going up this ramp. Okay, so PartinG backs up, knows that it's tough to push into 2 Disruptors, but look at this, Pacomike returning the favor a little bit. He's got his own Adepts warping in. This is 4, so this is a pretty big commitment right now. He's going to want to get some damage done. He can actually shade summon to the main and summon to the natural, but this is actually going to do so much damage. It's actually going to force PartinG to recall, but then the shade actually goes into the main base, so he's still going to get some damage done. Fantastically done by Pacomike. Now PartinG, or Pacomike, really returning the favor. Going to use these Adepts' mobility, shade into the natural. Disruptor is there. It's going to fire off. It kills off 2 of the Adepts, but there's still another 2 since he sent in 4. So nice damage done here by Pacomike, just focusing down probes, which are really taking a beating. Now PartinG down on workers. Pacomike back at home is macroing up, building up his own Disruptor count. But as it goes with Disruptor versus Disruptor, there's always a way to come back just because they deal so much damage. Just they can completely change how the fight goes. But Pacomike getting up Blink now, Chrono boosting that out. I mean, Blink really helps out versus Disruptors. So it will be very nice for Pacomike to have this. Meanwhile, PartinG looks like he's actually just going to be committing more into this. I mean, he kind of has to get some damage done. Pacomike's looking to get up a 4th base, but I'm not sure PartinG is going to let that get anywhere near the up. Now, Disruptor Shot going out. Both these guys have warp prisms, but it's pretty hard to micro with warp prisms versus Disruptor. Pacomike actually going to eat a massive shot from PartinG there. I was saying I mean, Disruptors are the comeback tool, and now how many kills did that Disruptor get? Let's see. 7 Stalker kills there. Oh my god, that's just absurd. PartinG also using his sentries to get him high ground vision, or just to get him vision. Now it's 1 Stalker going to be sacrificed to the Disruptor gods there now, and just the army, it's looking a lot thinner here for Pacomike. PartinG really using his Disruptors, and now it's 3 clumped up versus 1. It looks like PartinG actually wins that engagement. The first Disruptor dying cancels the Nova there. Pacomike sending out 1, but these players need to be so careful. Oh, not quite connecting there. It really is the Disruptor dance. Oh, looks like Pacomike gonna get a Disruptor, whereas PartinG does not, so evening up that loss now. And Pacomike still does have the better economy. He's getting up Blink a little bit sooner than PartinG. But other than that, it looks like it will just be this classic Stalker Blink. And look at this, PartinG using the Warp Prism, so cute. Gonna be able to land this Disruptor, maybe be able to get some units, but he actually loses the Warp Prism, and the Disruptor gets picked off. That's a bit of a mistake there by PartinG. He could have had such a nice pickoff, but he was busy from some adept harassment by Pacomike, keeping the worker count of PartinG down. PartinG even throwing up a photon cannon, having enough of that, but he's still on 2 bases, whereas Pacomike's getting up a 3rd base. Pacomike, the hero of NA, dare I say. Now, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, Observer going to be moving across the map for Pacomike. Wants to see what his opponent's up to. I mean, PartinG still has a very big army, and I mean, he's got a lot of Stalkers, and PartinG has very good control. So there's always a chance. Double Adept moving out for Pacomike. Looks like these ones will be scouted out, as PartinG does have that watchtower, so they are seen immediately, and they are just shut right down. Dark Shrine on the way for Pacomike. I kind of like that. It'll also let him make Archons, but I mean, Protoss, sometimes they skimp on Observers. PartinG has built a pylon, or a cannon in his natural, though, which will help out. But so far, this game really going Pacomike's way. He's just had a healthy worker lead for a significant amount of time. It wasn't too big of a deal when they were on 2 bases, but he's now getting up a 3rd base, which is going to help tremendously. But I mean, it always still does come down to that final engagement in a PvP, something like that. So there's always a chance PartinG can come back from this. He's consistently using these hallucinated Phoenix to get some vision. PartinG, though, does only have 2 Disruptors. He's now getting up his own 3rd base, even getting a Gravitic Drive. Maybe gonna have to use his Warp Prism, but he also trades a Disruptor for a Disruptor there. And at this situation, trading is better for Pacomike. PartinG blinked forward with those Stalkers, which was kind of risky. Now we see a Stalker eating a shot there for Pacomike. There's another 2. There is only 2 Disruptors for PartinG. Pacomike still has these. Oh, looks like he is gonna get a Disruptor, so nicely done for PartinG. Nova going out. PartinG has the Observer, and that's really what's allowed him to control this and get better trades right now. Pacomike now moving out more towards maybe looking for a counterattack, but I mean, the Nexus is on the other side, so it's actually quite a journey to be able to counterattack. There's an Observer in position for PartinG, and it's not quite with the army just yet, but PartinG going to be moving on in towards this 3rd base, whereas Pacomike back at home, he's actually sort of forced into what could be a base trade. He starts another Nexus already at the 4th base. That's pretty ambitious, I guess. Maybe he just figures I'll throw up a Nexus now. I got minerals, but he needs to be preparing back at home, and he does have 2 Disruptors, which are very useful in a base trade. But look at this. PartinG actually just recalling right now. Pacomike may be overextended right now. He's got, or he had some Disruptors, but I'm not sure where they are. They might have gone home. Maybe he recalled them, actually. Yeah, I think he may, or either that or he lost them. But fantastic trade there for PartinG. Pacomike now forced on their retreat. But PartinG has this 3rd Nexus up. Pacomike, fortunately for himself, did start this 4th, which he can mine from. And he's also got these DTs, but there is an Observer. DT is now heading towards the 3rd, but PartinG sees this with his Overseer, or with his Observer. We'll be able to pick these off. Very nice pickoff. DTs ain't cheap. Now Pacomike looking for a pickoff, does get 2 of PartinG's Observers, which is for Disruptors, which is very nice. Disruption Nova's going out, getting massive connections there for Pacomike. He also snipes the Observer of PartinG, which is going to allow him to warp into DTs if he wants to. He's now on the retreat, though, but big Stalker warp is going to help him out. He still keeps one of the Disruptors alive, and that's going to fire a shot. Gets a massive connection there, and now the Stalker count actually looks pretty equal, but Pacomike with the defender's advantage is going to rout PartinG. And I mean, both these guys have dealt blows to each other. PartinG, he wasn't in the best situation before, so dare I say his situation is a little bit better now, but Pacomike, he's still got a pretty good army. He's going to pick off the Stalker that belongs to PartinG. He's also got these DTs. So, I mean, these guys are pretty equal. Anything can still happen in this game. Army supply is almost dead even. PartinG, though, with his 2 defensive Disruptors, though. Pacomike not going to be able to get anything done. Does lose his Observer there. Now, a DT going to be running into the natural, but another Observer coming out for PartinG. As he actually is on double Robo. So is Pacomike. So both these guys just churning out these Disruptors. And neither of them can really poke on in. Now, Pacomike does have this 4th base up, so he's mining there. Gonna want to get into that gas if he can. Then maybe restart his 3rd base. I don't know, get out some more Stalkers, go for some Archons. It's hard to say what Protoss should do at this point, but Pacomike warping in a lot more Stalkers. Maybe gonna be putting on the aggression. I mean, Disruptor versus Disruptor, it's so hard to push in towards your opponent. PartinG does blink, though, and Observers or Disruptors are off cooldown. Now, I mean, we're still in a pretty similar situation, though. Pacomike with the slightly better economy this game, and PartinG with the slightly better army. Although it's very, very close, but more Disruptors for PartinG. Pacomike actually not paying attention to his army there. Got me a little bit worried, but fantastic Disruptor trade there. He actually salvages that situation. Gets a decent trade, picks off 2 of PartinG's Disruptors, and actually saves his own. Now firing out some more of his shots, forces PartinG to blink there. So, nice trade by Pacomike. PartinG now pursuing, though. Pacomike started his 3rd base while all this is going on. Fires out a Disruptor shot. PartinG blinks, only loses the Sentry. Now, more Disruptor shots going out. Pacomike doing a good job zoning out his opponent, now just steadily making his retreat. 1 Stalker on the wrong side of town there, and now Pacomike may overcommit. Oh, massive Disruptor shots there for PartinG. PartinG returns the favor or Pacomike returns the favor there, and I think he actually won out in that. Oh my god. Okay, guys. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna go back. This isn't something you see every day. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Oh my god, I tried to cast that, but that was just so sudden. Okay, so it looks like there was this engagement here. No major connections just yet, but watch this. PartinG starts sending his Disruptors down. We're in pretty much the slowest we can watch this, but Pacomike not paying attention. And look at this, Disruptor shot, 1, 2, 3, massive connections there, but then PartinG, he walks down the ramp himself and actually blinks forward into the Disruptor shot, losing pretty much everything. So let's resume play there. PartinG now retreating really down in army now. Pacomike in a much better situation, and look at this, Adept's gonna shade in. Now, it looks like PartinG will have an army to deal with this, but even 1 or 2 workers killed at this point is huge for Pacomike. PartinG blinks in, will help deal with this, but Pacomike, look at this, he's just focusing down 1 or 2 workers. And that anyone matters when PartinG is this low. Pacomike still probing up as well, so he's actually improving on his economy. He's warping in more and more DTs as well, so... Look at this, DT blocking PartinG's 4th. Also very nice for him. Now, Pacomike just out on the map with his Stalkers, and he's had a few close calls not controlling, but we'll see. Is PartinG going to catch him there? Gonna try and pick off the Warp Prism there, but gets forced back. Pacomike move commanding his army a little bit too much. Disruptor shot goes out, catches 3 Stalkers. Nicely done there. Now, let's take a look right now. Okay, so Pacomike still up on supply, putting up a good fight versus PartinG, and actually being ahead most of the game, but since it is that PvP, it's always concerning how the engagements are going to go. PartinG looks like he's got a few extra minerals, maybe investing in a pretty slow Zealot counterattack. Both these guys are investing in charge now. Skirmish going down. It's like a double Disruptor going out. PartinG taking the better end of that trade. These players continuously firing out those Purification Novas. Another one for PartinG, going to catch yet another Stalker. Now, looks like DT is moving on in here for Pacomike. He's looking for something. There's Disruptors there, but... Oh, look at that. PartinG actually just deals with those so they just evaporated. Disruptors take on. Now look at this PartinG, such a sick blink. Oh, eats a disruptor shot though, gets the first, but the second one does punish him. 4 disruptors for Pacomike coming forward, picks up all of PartinG's stalkers. Just these disruptors, man, how many units have died this game? 47 stalkers, 63 for PartinG, a lot of disruptors. I mean, just these guys have been trading off so much of their army, but they still have 1 or 2 disruptors to fall back on, and that keeps them alive. But it's still, I mean, PartinG has been less than 40 workers this entire game. Now Pacomike maybe coming in for another fight. PartinG maybe not in position to help with that. Looks like he will lose the Zealot. Charge is revealed, but PartinG doesn't really have the economy for charge, whereas Pacomike does. And this is where it could get very rough for PartinG, because eventually when there is Zealots, just mass Zealots, they do close the gap on the Disruptors, and you don't really have time to micro them. So as the economy gets better for Pacomike, he's going to be able to punish PartinG. He actually blinks forward. Looks like that this could be lots of Disruptor Novas going off. PartinG, most of his army does get caught, but he doesn't have many units left. There's only 3 Stalkers for Pacomike to push, but he's still got all of these Disruptors and Probes now being pulled. I mean, these Disruptors could just put him out of their mercy there, but 1 Zealot coming on in. There's some Disruptor Novas going off. PartinG coming in with his own Disruptors, but he's now down to 32 workers, and it looks like, oh, look at this. There's 2 Disruptors left. Some Zealots are coming on in, but the reinforcements for Pacomike may just be too much. PartinG's half the supply, and I think he may have to tap out right now. Look at all these DTs for Pacomike. He's just having the time of his life. GG gets called. Pacomike actually brought down PartinG. Oh, man. Okay, guys, so the reason why I cast this game, I thought, all right, gotta cast some other Protoss players. It's been a while since I did just a Protoss replay. PvP, double the Protoss, but I'm going to be organizing a tournament here. It's going to be on Sunday, and it's actually going to be at 5 Pacific time, but if you're in Europe, it's going to be at a very good time for you in Europe, and it's actually going to be around 1 o'clock in Europe, noon or 1 o'clock in Europe, or about around 8 a.m. on the East Coast. So it's actually going to be a show match, and it's the reason why I cast one of PartinG's replays. It's going to be PartinG versus Tasia, best of 9s. The two of the greatest StarCraft 2 players of all time are going to be duking it out in a nice show match. I'm going to be casting that on my Twitch channel at LaughNgamez, twitch.tv/LaughNgamez. It's actually my channel there, and I link it in pretty much all of my videos, so that's going to be in the description. I'll also link to the event and whatnot, so make sure you check that out. And you may think, why on earth did you cast PartinG losing? Why on earth did he cast PartinG losing if you're going to be showing a show match for him? He's not going to be looking very strong now. PartinG's going to be playing a TVP, and PartinG is a very good PvT player. I mean, he may just cheese Tasia 5 times in a row and take it, walk away with the at least $100 there in the show match, or at least $70, I guess, is what he can win for sure. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just sort of thought I'd cast this. It's awesome to cast a PvP. Disruptor versus Stalker and whatnot. Always gets you tongue-tied, but it's always so fun to cast. And I mean, I'm saying the reason why I cast this replay is because I wanted to show off PartinG, and PartinG does play quite aggressive. So I mean, I went to go cast his game, and he actually because I usually look for longer replays to cast, because there's no point in booting up a video or a replay that's only going to be 5 minutes, because it's just someone cheesed and held the cheese or didn't hold the cheese. And so it just happened that PartinG did lose his longest game. I mean, I've got a lot of replays from him on the NA server, and he does win most of them. So it's not a bad showing for him. I mean, he was playing behind a long time in this game, and who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Always trying to see those likes. Shows you guys, you know, like the video. But make sure to leave a subscribe as well. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and I'm only 75 away at this point. So we're coming up on it. And anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This has been LaughNgamez. I'll see you next time.